Hello there, Buzu crew. It's your art teacher, Mr. Guera, and today we're going to be tackling a project that is equal parts sweet and crafty. And it's this caramel apple masterpiece. And paired with this project is none other than Buzu trading card number 32, Scareamel the Bapple. Talk about a snack attack. You've never seen a fruit bat quite like this. Scareamel is classified as both an animal, because he's a bat, and food, because, well, yum. Wait. Am I supposed to want to eat Buzu characters? Let's just pretend I didn't say that.
For this project, here's what you'll need to make your own sticky, glittery, Scareamel-inspired creation. The free worksheet for tracing the apple shape. Green foam craft paper for the apple body, tan or brown felt for the caramel topping, a black marker, tacky glue, a jumbo popsicle stick, some glitter, I suggest bronze, brown, or copper, 2 googly eyes, and a pair of scissors. You can find links for all of these art supplies in the description below.
Now before we dive in, here is your first fun fact. Did you know that caramel gets stickier as it cools? Those tiny pockets of moisture turn into nature's glue, making it perfect for Scareamel's first special ability, Caramel Crush. One drop and boom! Opponents are stuck tighter than chewing gum on a hot sidewalk.
If drawing an apple seems a little bit too challenging for your skill level, or you'd like to get your apple in the same exact shape as mine, don't worry, I've got you covered. There is a downloadable caramel apple cutout available for you, link in the description below. Print the worksheet out and carefully cut out the apple, making sure to cut off the stem and the leaf. I left those on in case you wanted to print it out and just color it in. After you've cut out your apple shape from your printout, grab your foam sheet and a Sharpie marker and go ahead and trace that shape right onto your foam sheet. As with all paper stencils, be sure to hold it down firmly with your free hand as you trace around it. Now that you've traced the outline of the apple onto your foam sheet, go ahead and set the apple tracer aside, get out a pair of scissors, and carefully cut around the apple shape. It helps a lot if you use your free hand to turn your foam paper as you're cutting. Just a heads up, Sharpie markers can smudge when you're drawing on foam paper. If this happens to you, like it happened to me, just flip it over. That's my tip to you. Flip over your foam sheet and no one will ever know the difference. Let's get the apple stencil that you cut from the worksheet back out again and place it down onto your felt paper. Tan or brown, it doesn't matter. Let's begin by using our Sharpie once again to trace around only the bottom this time. Remember, this felt piece is supposed to represent the part of your apple that got dunked into that sweet, sweet caramel. After you've traced the bottom portion, you can set your stencil aside again and draw a nice wavy line to connect the lines that you've traced with your apple. It's time once again to cut, so get out those scissors and very carefully cut the irregular shape out that has the shape of the apple along the bottom, along with your wavy line, making sure to pull the felt tight as you're cutting.
Okay, speaking of apples, did you know that they are 25% air by volume? That's why they float in water and why we can bob for them. It's also how Scareamel's second special ability, Agile Apple, makes him so light on his wings, which only helps this Buzu trading card to be more appealing.
You're going to want to get out the bottle of tacky glue and apply some of that to the back of your felt and glue it down onto your apple. Because we use the exact same stencil for both the felt and foam paper, it should fit like a glove. Press down for about 10 seconds to make sure that glue really takes hold, and now it's time to get out that jumbo popsicle stick. Just apply a little bit more of that tacky glue onto the popsicle stick and place it in the center underneath your apple, attaching it to your foam paper. Give it another 10 seconds while you let it dry. And now that popsicle stick is really stuck on there, let's go ahead and get out our googly eyes. Oh, this might be the most fun part of this project. Glue on those googly eyes, whether they're right next to each other or spread them far apart. Either way, it's going to give you a really silly and really fun face for your apple. And no face is complete without at least a mouth, so let's go ahead and get out our Sharpie and draw on a smile. Although you can feel free to make the mouth in whatever shape and giving whatever expression that you'd like. Okay, it's time to get out the tacky glue one more time and spread it onto the felt portion, the part that represents the caramel, and give it kind of a zigzag pattern as you go up and down in diagonal lines. And, yep, you guessed it, it's finally time for that awesome glitter. I used this brownish copperish, which I think perfectly complements the accents that we might need for actual caramel. So I'm going to sprinkle on the glitter generously right on top of the tacky glue. Once you've covered up all of the glue, you may want to shake all of the loose excess glitter down onto either your surface or directly into a trash can. And as I'm sure you already know, glitter gets everywhere. So be really careful with this part and try to keep control of the glitter.
Did you know over 500 plant species rely on bats to pollinate their flowers? That means every time you enjoy a banana, mango, or avocado, you've got bats to thank. Scareamel may be fictional, but real bats are just as impressive.
I love this project, and it's so easy that if you want to utilize other colors like a lime green or a red for your apple, that's definitely going to work too. While preparing for this project, I bought an entire packet full of felt, and none of it was tan colored. No light browns anywhere, only the dark brown. And now that I look at it, it seems to me the dark brown looks a little bit more like chocolate. Which is fine because that's delicious too, but I really do want to go for that caramel. So if you actually are able to find a light brown foam paper, that could work too. Or you can even try plain old construction paper and follow the same process.
And there you have it.
I did it.
Your own glittery, googly-eyed caramel apple inspired by Scareamel the Bapple. I want to thank each and every one of my art students for being the apple of my eye and for sticking with it. That's all I've got for now, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Want to see something sweeter than Scareamel itself? Don't forget to download and print your Scareamel the Bapple character sheet. Link in the description below.